Film guy, Microbudgeter.com. In this video, we're going to talk about YouTube ads. That's right, the kind that are skippable, the kind that show up in the middle of your video, or maybe at the start. Should you be using YouTube ads? If you want the too long, didn't read, didn't watch version, the answer is yes, a resounding yes. You should absolutely be investing a few of your pennies into YouTube ads. As a video producer, as a budding filmmaker, we're going to go and look under the hood today of what it takes to actually set one up. It's even easier than Facebook. Buckle up. You're in for a ride. Oh, and if you haven't already, you need to hit that subscribe button so that you get each new video as it comes off the mint, off the press. Savvy? All right. Now that we've gotten our Scottish accent quota out of the way, we're going to dive right in. And we're going to look at setting one up, a YouTube ad. I don't know why all of a sudden I got very William Shatner there, but I did. If you go to ads.google.com, yes, and you look in the top right corner where it says sign in, you'll want to do that. Mash that sign in button. That's step one. Step uno. We got that out of the way. I've got a couple ad accounts going. One that's in progress, one that's established. I got another one under a different email. I got all kinds of ads accounts. You want ads accounts? I got ads accounts. All right, so if you haven't already set one up, you need to do that. This video is going to assume that you already have set up your ads account. Log into it. Boop, 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 boop. Google really needs to roll out some elevator music. I mean, they got that YouTube audio library. They've got a wealth of music that they could just put into the video. Not the video, but the loading screen at least. Reminds me of the old days with flash animations. All right, in the top left corner, we're going to look at video campaigns. Don't worry about all this stuff. It looks scary if you're brand new to it. Yeah, I get it. Math, graphs, numbers, statistics. It's like, wow, where do you start? Go to video campaigns, and then in the next panel, click the campaigns button. I've already got a couple of campaigns going right now. In fact, I'm running 3 as I am in the Kansas City Metro. I'm a big proponent of starting small. This is something that I learned in the Air Force. When you're troubleshooting, you start small and then you escalate in your approach. So you start with the small fixes, the ones that cost nothing. Then you start looking at the next fix. That might be a few bucks. And then if that doesn't solve the problem, you go to the next level, which might involve putting more money towards the problem. Well, I see this sort of mindset as being relevant to our ads. Start small. What I'm going to teach you today is how to set up a YouTube ad, something that will play in the middle of somebody's viewing or before, and it will cost no more than a penny per view. Now, I can't teach you ad copy. You need to take some initiative and learn a little bit about copy, meaning the words that you use that surround your ad to try to get your viewer, the person you're advertising to actually engage with your video. I'm going to teach you how to set up a YouTube ad, and I'm going to teach you how to do it so that it costs at most a penny per view. I say at most because if you look here, I already have, for this one animated video, this one ad running at a very modest budget of 50 cents a day to start small, 21 views at a cost of 18 cents. So what does that tell you? It costs at most a penny per view. Now, Google defines a view, they define a view as something that counts when the following occurs and varies by format. A person watches 30 seconds of your video, or the duration if it's shorter than 30 seconds, or interacts with your video. So they're looking through playthroughs. They're not looking for the 3-second bogus metric that Facebook likes to use. They want to know if somebody watches your ad in its entirety. Our generation is very comfortable with this idea of a short video, courtesy of Instagram and the ill-fated Vine. What was it, 6 seconds? 7 seconds? We understand that it's important to get what you're trying to say out very quickly. And with ads, especially because they can be skippable after 5.9 seconds or whatever the threshold is, we'll just round up and say 6 seconds. You need to get your point out across. You need to get it across really quickly. You need to be memorable too. And I'm split testing. I've got a couple ads running right now because I'm split testing. I'm seeing what's going to give me the best results. So far, the animation, unsurprisingly, because we connect better with the human element than something animated, only has a 56% view rate. It's also a longer video. It's about 16, 17 seconds. Biz Alive. Now this video is 6 seconds on the dot, so of course the view rate is high because people can't skip sooner than 6 seconds. However, here's one where I name drop Sean Connery and my inability to get him out of the woodworks to come and do an ad for the Kansas City business owner that's presumably watching this ad. But I can do everything in my power to make them, the Kansas City business owner, look and sound their best. That video runs about 16, 17 seconds, and it's got a pretty good view rate. I'm happy with it. Now, these numbers are going to keep going up every day as long as I have a cap on my budget. I don't trust Google to spend my money. Do you? Do you trust Uncle Sam to spend your money? Of course not. And you shouldn't trust big tech either. So you want to make sure that when you do these campaigns, whether it's Facebook or YouTube / Google, you actually restrict the daily budget. You restrict how much you want to have per view if you're going that route, which is what I'm going to teach you. Let's stop all the dawdling. Let's get into it. Click that big blue plus button. You're going to start a new campaign, Sonny Jim. Now, every single one of these, and I'll illustrate this very simply, I do believe, except product and brand consideration over here on the right, every single one of these, unfortunately, will not allow you to limit the maximum cost per view. Let's illustrate this. Let's say I want to reach people. I'm going to use a brand awareness and reach campaign. And it's a video. It's a YouTube ad after all. Skippable in-stream, bumper, non-skippable in-stream. Just pick one of them. Skippable in-stream. Okay, let's go to continue here. In the very next page, you're going to see what I'm talking about here. Oh, you're limited to the target CPM strategy. What's unavailable here? Maximum CPV, cost per view. This bidding strategy is not available because of the subtype or goal of the campaign. Oh, darn you, YouTube, you got me again. You got to be careful here. If you're not paying attention to all these different highfalutin words, you're going to get shanghaied. Your money is going to drain from your wallet faster than a toilet. Pardon. That's probably not the best analogy. Let's go back. Hit the back button, and we're going to go up here to product and brand consideration. And yes, I want it to be a video ad. I'm going to consider being influential in my community. That's how I think about that nomenclature. Click it, hit continue, go to the next page. Oh, what do you know? By default, maximum CPV. Now, again, you can go through at your own leisure and verify that these different ideas like sales with a video ad, with the intent of driving conversions, does not allow you to choose the maximum CPV, which is what I'm teaching you. Obviously, you have different strategies here, and you can learn more about those on your own time and dime. Today, we're just talking about max CPV, controlling what it costs per view. We're back to product and brand, and we're going to go the influential route so that we have the maximum cost per view. Well, campaign total. Let's see. I want it to be a daily $1. Now, I recommend if you are brand new to this, set up your ads account and see if YouTube / Google will send a little bit of a carrot your way. The proverbial carrot at the end of the stick. You want to see if they'll actually throw in some ad credits for you so that you can get your video production business, your videography out there into your metro and start getting some attention on what it is you do in addition to your organic marketing efforts. That's not just spamming what it is you do on LinkedIn and Facebook. That's actually engaging in those communities. Engage with other people's comments. Be a real person. Don't be the guy that shows up to the party and is just like, me, 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 me. No, it's the same with LinkedIn and Facebook. Engage with people, ask questions, contribute, and that will bolster your organic marketing efforts. It's still going to return some attention your way. The paid ads, that's another angle that can complement your marketing efforts. We'll start with $1 per day. Maybe you have a YouTube credit / Google credit. That's great. If you do, you would just go up here to the tools, settings, tools and settings, and then you will go under billing where it says promotions. And that's where you would enter that 16-digit code, whatever the code length was. It's like a credit card. Put that in there, and it's usually something along the lines of spend $25, get $100 in ad credits, or spend $50 and get $100 in ad credits. So once you've spent the $25 or the $50 with the ads, then they're going to credit your account with another $100 that you can then spend on your ads. Pretty sweet deal. They do it for new users, I think, most of the time. If I'm wrong, comment below. And if they haven't seen you in a while, they might send a little promo your way to get your money back their direction. You know, they are a business after all. Okay, now the very important thing here is that you want to enter in a location. I live in the Kansas City metro currently, so I'm going to target 2 neighboring counties that make up a substantial part of this metro, Jackson County and Johnson County. Do not do United States and Canada. Do not do United States. Way too broad. We're talking getting people in your backyard and your services in front of them. A match made in heaven. So, I'm going to assume, if you're in the United States, that your community's primary language is English. If it's not, change it. We're going to scroll down. You can give the ad group name something. It's something you can change later. You don't have to do it now. Demographics. Now, this is the important part. You want to make sure you actually are... My voice is cracking there. You want to make sure that you actually have some kind of parameter here. Don't just let them have their run-of-the-mill here. If I'm trying to reach business owners, I highly doubt they're between 18 and 24 years of age. Now, they may be in their early 30s. They might be in their late 20s. I'll leave that up. I'm going to turn off unknown because I don't want a 13-year-old watching my ad. It does them no good. They're not going to pay for my service. They don't have the capital for it. They're not in business, more than likely. And if they're 65 and up, they're probably already thinking about collecting Social Security and kicking back and drinking mojitos, if that's their lifestyle. Now, having said that, these are the people that run the world in terms of business. 25 to 64. Not a hard and fast rule, but it's a good rule of thumb. I'm going to turn off the unknown because, again, I don't want there to be this mystery guest out there in the ethosphere that absolutely has no need for my services as a video production company. And I highly encourage you to do that too. The parent status, it's immaterial here. Household income. Now, if they are doing well in their business, then they are going to be doing typically, not always obviously, we're all at different growth curves in our businesses, but if they're doing well in their business, they're probably going to be in the upper echelon of household incomes. I'm going to turn off unknown, and I'm going to select these top 3 by way of illustration, but I have ads that are running with just even these, and then I have even ads, I think, running with just the top 10%. People that are investing in their businesses, investing in themselves, people that are comfortable with putting attention on what it is they do in this world and getting extra help to blast that megaphone as loudly as possible so that they can connect with their buyers. That's where you come in as a video guy or girl. Audiences, that one's a big one. You want to have, ooh, look, I even got some ones up here recently used that you can take a look at. They have much more limited functionality here than Facebook ads in that they don't have things right down to recently engaged in the last 3 months, recently engaged in the last 6 months, away for business. Facebook has super specific targeting groups. YouTube, not so much. But by way of illustration here, I'm going to go through manually and I'm going to look for some ideas here. Photo and video services. Yes, they might be interested in a photo or video service, but does that really refer to the people that need photo? Let's see. People interested in professional photography and videography services. That could also include me and you, so you might not want to use that one. You might want to go for the business professionals by way of this example. Let's check that one. Now let's go to the browse feature and see what else we got. What are their interests and habits? Who are they? Detailed demographics. Parental status, marital status, education, home ownership status, irrelevant to who we're looking for. What are their interests? Are they interested in news and politics? Probably immaterial to what you're trying to do to get out and make some noise for your video production service. Let's go to banking and finance. See what we can find here. Nope, that's it. Doesn't actually drop down anymore, does it? Avid investors. No, we're not going to do that. Lifestyles and hobbies. Let's check that one out. Oh, there it is. The business professional. We've got to check that one so we're all set there. Yes. Moving on. I'm going to go back to ideas here. And just by way of illustration, I'm going to pick one more. Advertising and marketing services. People who influence purchasing decisions for advertising, marketing, brand management, or public relations services. Sounds like my kind of plan here. We're going to pick these 2 demographics here. We're going to move on. You can spend some more time there and discover what YouTube has under the hood at your own leisure. Keywords, I'm going to skip for now. Ditto topics, ditto placements. If you were going to do any specific keywords, that's fine, but we're doing something very modest, $1 a day. We're restricting our views to a penny per view. Again, because we are by default with this product and branding or whatever it was called, we are limited to using the max CPV bidding strategy. Well, that's good. That's what we want. And I want to start with a penny. Can you up it? Of course. You can always go back and pause your campaigns and adjust these things. But let's start with a penny. Start small. So I'm not going to worry about keywords because I'm starting so small anyways. I'm not going to be getting massive amounts of views because I'm limiting it to 100 views-ish, as we saw at the very beginning. That's not a direct one-to-one. It's an at most cost of 1 cent per view. At most, the cost is 1 cent per view. So you will get 100-ish views every day with these parameters. Okay. Let's just type in a video that you already have uploaded to your YouTube. Boom. 7 seconds long. Best video production service this side of the Mississippi. Yours truly, singing in the style of the old crooners about keeping your business alive and the need to call me Jake the Film Guy. Silly, over the top, and it looks like a bad VHS video. You can go find it on your own time. Video ad format. How is this going to be delivered to your target audience? The people that you just handpicked above. I'm going to go with skippable in-stream ad. And if you need more information, you can click here for that question mark. This gives the viewers the option to skip the ad after 5 seconds. All right, I said 5.9, 6 seconds earlier. Okay, for a 7-second video, and it's very quick, it's very to the point, and it feels like an old 90s sitcom with the bad VHS look to it. It had a 95% completion rate. View rate, that's what they're calling it. And they're just taking a formula, and they address that at the very beginning of how they get that view rate. But I'm getting off topic here. For this short video, I have actually set it up as a skippable in-stream ad. I'm going to go with that option here for this example. You definitely want to have a clear URL for them. I'm just going to do my default website. I recommend a landing page that you're sending people to. A specific landing page, not just your generic website opening or home page. What's the call to action? I'm going to say, because I only have 10 characters, text now. You can't do an exclamation point, so don't even try it. Headline. Be unique. Copy is something you need to learn. You need to be intentional about this. Just like with your sales training, you need to make the effort to do this. I highly recommend you spend time doing this each and every week. Okay, here's what it looks like on a mobile device. Be unique. Text now. Desktop. Be unique. Text now. We don't have to say text now. We could even say your video so that it reinforces using this idea of the assumption clause that they are in need of their video and they need it now. Click this button for your video. It's 10 characters. Not much. You're kind of limited here. And then at the end of the day, you just hit create campaign. Bada boom, bada bam, you're done. Bob's your uncle. And if you haven't already, I'm going to remind you one more time. You need to click that big red button that says subscribe so you don't miss any of these videos. Because here at the Microbudgeter channel and the Microbudgeter website, I'm going to teach you everything I learned, good, bad, or ugly, so that you, the home-based video producer, can learn how to quote the 4- and 5-figure deals and actually be successful in your video production service. I've been in the video industry for years as a volunteer, and then for several years in the industry paid because my skills were marketable enough. But when I was starting out, I didn't know a thing about what to charge or even how to do double entry accounting. I didn't know anything about business. I had a lot of creative brain power. I think that's the left hemisphere. But I didn't have any of the business acumen and administrative acumen that actually is necessary to complement our video production creativity. I highly recommend that you invest in sales, training daily, and I highly recommend that you invest in some other ancillary learning like marketing that you can do both of them for free online. This is the information age after all. Find somebody you like learning from, both with sales and marketing, and get out there and keep promoting what it is you do. Because I hope, as I want to as well, I hope that you will use these tools for the glory of God and not for the evil, nefarious things that film and video are being used for. Horrible, sinful, exploitative stuff. Bad business all around. Use this stuff to bring light in the darkness. That's what I hope and pray for you. Okay, I've rambled long enough, but if you stuck around, you know what's coming next. Bonus time. I probably should have some kind of cutaway here. I'll probably work on that in due time. Bonus time. So for the bonus time, I'm going to cancel out of this ad here. Let's go back to the screen for you. Yes, leave. I'm not creating this ad. I've already got one that looks a lot like it. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about some of these statistics here, because you need to understand what it is you're getting into. Okay, so impressions is kind of at this point something that's universally the same across all these different social media platforms. It is counted each time your ad is served. Impressions help you understand how often your ad is being seen. So let's take a look at this animation one. It's already been seen 37 times. 37 times. Now that doesn't mean that you've had 37 viewers. It means it's been delivered 37 times, presumably to 37 unique people. It has actually acquired 21 views at this point, which they define, as I said earlier, as being something where they watch for the duration, the duration of your video, or they interact with your video. The view rate is simply the views divided by the impression rate. That's it. So this 56% comes from 21 divided by 37. Bob's your uncle. Now, right now, I have, and I'll be completely and brutally honest with this, I have 0 conversions on these ads here. 0 conversions. So, in this account, I have been doing stuff experimentally, which is what I hope you will do, because you have to try to find that good balance of ad copy and a memorable video to get people to actually click on the video. And if nothing else, you are injecting your branding, your presence, your service in their mind if it is a catchy and memorable ad. I always use this example. It's a great example. In Vegas, there was a delivery service, local delivery. The guy had, for his thumbnail on LinkedIn, a picture of one of his delivery vans. And he was connected to everybody in Vegas on LinkedIn. Obviously, that's a stretch, but 20,000 people, that's a huge dent in a town of 2 million residents. Cowabunga. So, chances were every time you went to LinkedIn to go connect with somebody, to go and message somebody, he was connected to that person. And the beauty of his strategy was, yes, he went and connected with a ton of people. Does he really know them all? Of course not. But the beauty of his strategy is every time you went on LinkedIn, there was a fair chance if you were prospecting somebody in Vegas, you would see his thumbnail as a shared contact or a shared connection. I forget what LinkedIn really calls it. Every social media platform has their own nomenclature. Nonetheless, his thumbnail of his delivery van was there every time, without fail, it seemed, in my situation when I was prospecting, that he was connected to that person. And so it reinforced that he was the delivery guy. Did I ever use his service? No. But to this day, because I give him so much attention here from Kansas City, to this day, he is the guy I think of when it comes to the delivery service for Las Vegas. So if I ever did need same day delivery for something unique that wasn't an Amazon item, I would have called that guy. The dude had my attention, and he certainly had my respect for how omnipresent he seemingly was in the virtual world. Okay, enough yapping about that. The average cost per view is defined, well, I'm not going to read it to you like a death by PowerPoints, but this is the one thing you do need to look at. It's the total cost of all views divided by the total number of views. So your cost over here, you're going to divide that by your views. You're going to get an average cost per view. And again, it should be because you set the bid strategy. This is the real simple thing here you need to take away here. Because you set the bid strategy as a max cost per view strategy, you shouldn't see anything above a penny. If it is, then you need to go back and see what you did. Maybe you didn't even pick a campaign where that was a viable bidding strategy. Or maybe you just had Butterfingers and you did 3 cents per view. Don't let YouTube drain your bank. Start small and increase as you need to. That is, if nothing else, that's what I highly recommend you do. Be memorable. Do something off the wall. Don't be so stiff and buttoned up like everybody else. And don't be afraid to use your phone to make your ad. I can't say that enough. If what you have is your phone, then use your phone. The reality is people use it all the time. It is no longer this taboo thing to be using the camera in your phone to get a short video across. We're well past that point, so go ahead and use it. God bless you. I hope he continues to give you the wisdom you need to run your video production service, and I pray that he gives you more clients than you can possibly handle. I'll catch you in the next video.